Good morning, everybody. It's Molly with All Ears. I am here at Hollywood Studios. The park officially reopened yesterday. I haven't been here since they reopened, so I am here today going to cover everything I can for you as what Hollywood Studios is like. We're going to figure out the rise of the Resistance boarding groups. We're going to check wait times. We're going to see what characters we can find. Hopefully Buzz Lightyear. I'm going to keep you updated with all the health and safety protocols, so I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. Let's get to Hollywood, guys. Good morning, everyone. I stayed at Pop Century last night. I'm headed to Disney's Hollywood Studios today, and it's about 5 to 9. When I was getting on the Skyliner yesterday to go to Epcot, it said that the Skyliner would open at 9 for Hollywood Studios. The park itself doesn't open till 10, but it looks like they're already letting people load and jump aboard, so time to hit that most magical flight on Earth. I was very curious about this because if you recall from the Magic Kingdom video, if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. They wouldn't actually let anyone get on the monorail, or they weren't stopping the monorail at the Magic Kingdom till only half an hour before the park opens, and they weren't even letting you walk over to the Transportation and Ticket Center until half an hour before the park opens. So it's surprising to me that they're letting people start getting to Hollywood Studios an hour before it opens, but I figured this was going to be the most popular park right now, and they probably just want to make sure people can get in and not congest the walkway. But here we go. Just me. Cool.
Come on in, watch your step. Have a good flight. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. All right, so hello. Thank you. Hello. How are you? So I have a question. This early, is the Epcot line running or just the Hollywood Studios line? The Epcot monorail line is not actually open yet, but the Hollywood Studios line started around 8:30. Hello, good morning. Get myself full of that. There we go. The Hollywood Studios line opened around 8:30, as did the Pop Century Art of Animation line. If you have a breakfast reservation over at the Riviera Resort and thought, oh, I can use the Skyliner to get to Topolino's Terrace this early, they did say that they were running buses from right out there to get you over to the Riviera Resort, as well as the Boardwalk Beach Club Yacht Club area if you have a breakfast reservation over there. Hello, good morning. Yes.
You get the special cabin all here.
Special for me. Thank you. Woo! And once again, solo cabin, party cabin. 1 cabin per party, so if you're like me, a solo traveler, you'll get your own space, which I don't hate, if we're being honest. I can see down below that it looks like they're letting cars in, which is surprising, unless those are cast members, so don't quote me because I'm obviously high above them. But it does seem that Hollywood Studios is letting people get in earlier than the other parks. That is because of how popular the attractions are at Hollywood Studios. You got Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, you got Rise of the Resistance, you got Smugglers Run, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Slinky Dog Dash. You got a lot of big attractions. The biggest 2 of those are definitely Rise of the Resistance and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. All right, that was easy peasy lemon squeezy. There are 2 temp check locations. There's this one, which is people coming off the Skyliner, and then there's also one over there for people walking up from the parking lot. Right now, this far in advance, there's not really a line or anything, but again, as it gets closer. Thank you, good morning, thank you. This is again going to be the most popular park right now, so I predict this gets more crowded. Here we go, Hollywood. Thank you. Where should I go? Anywhere, over here. Awesome. There we go, we're in. Thank you. And we're in. Honestly, the real question is Starbucks open this early? That's really what we're all here for. Yes, Starbucks is open. Yes, I will be circling back. But first, I want to scope out what's happening down here because I think there is going to be a crazy long line for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Morgan, our news editor here, was here yesterday on opening day to investigate the park, and it had like at least 60-minute, 1 hour long wait all day long, pretty much. So I definitely think that is going to be the longest wait you have, because Rise of the Resistance is doing boarding groups in a little bit different way than they were before, but still boarding groups. So, excuse me, how long would you say this line is already? So that cast member just told me that if it starts and it opens right at 10 and they start loading guests right at 10, this is actually about 30 or so minutes. I don't know if that means they could start it a little bit a few minutes before. I don't know if that means they could have some issues and start a few minutes late. But he's saying this length right here is about 30 minutes. Okay, now that we've done that, 30 to 40 minutes is actually not too bad, so that may be a good play, is to come in here about an hour early or whenever they'll let you in, and go straight to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I'm going straight to my favorite attraction though, coffee. Swimming upstream, trying to find a safe place to cross. Oof. Doot. There we go. Out of the congestion and into the line. Hello, good morning. I am here for coffee. You look so cute. You do too. Thank you. All right, coffee time. So as you can see, there's the two lines that you wait in, and then you'll go up to the server or the cast members with the plexiglass, and then you will be asked to wait on a bubble. If there's not a bubble, like when I first finished paying, there wasn't a bubble available, so she had me wait at the register. And then she said that wait for your whole order to be completed, and then you can go up and grab it. Again, there's no self-serve like creamer or sugar or anything right now, so if you need a packet of sugar, if you need something like that, just ask the cast member at the pickup. Man, I love the music here. Okay, I have acquired coffee. Let's go out of this mess and let's go to Toy Story Land, which I kind of think is also going to be very crowded, because I want to see what Slinky Dog's line looks like first thing in the morning. I think that will also be very long. I am walking right now past the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway queue, and I just talked to a cast member who said it's now full. They're not letting anyone else get in the line because since the park hasn't even opened yet, the ride's not even putting anyone through yet, there's nowhere else for people to go. So he said this is about 2 hours now and advised me to come back in the afternoon or the evening because it's much, much shorter. So that's what we're gonna do. So he also suggested going down Sunset. I do think right now, first thing in the morning, going down Sunset would be your best bet, and then waiting till a little bit later to try and do some of the newer attractions. Here we go to Toy Story Land. This park is definitely a little bit more of a choke point park, like just the way it's laid out anyway. So I believe they're letting in far fewer people to Hollywood Studios than they are to the other parks, which is why these are the hardest park pass reservations to get right now. Okay, so I can actually see Slinky Dog from here, and I can see it running with people on it, but I'm gonna pull off to the side right here now that I found a shady spot without anyone else, because it's about 5 minutes till I need to try and get a Rise of the Resistance boarding group. So we're gonna sit here by the now sadly covered Fast Pass Plus kiosk and do that. All right, let's talk about boarding groups for Rise of the Resistance. So that is still the most popular attraction in Disney World. It's the only attraction currently, as of right now when I'm speaking to you, that is utilizing any kind of virtual queue, and it's a boarding group similar to the way it was before. But before, you had to get one. There was one time the boarding groups dropped. That was the moment the park opened, and they all went for the whole day within minutes. So now what they're doing is they're opening the boarding groups at 10 a.m., which is when the park opens, 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. They're still going from yesterday's reports within minutes, but at least there's 3 different times you can try and get one. You can only get one, so if I get one at 10 a.m., I cannot then go ahead and try and get one at 1 p.m., and I can't try and get one at 4 p.m., and it says over and over again that if getting a boarding group does not guarantee you get to ride. That way, if the attraction breaks down, if they don't get to your number, you're not entitled to any compensation the way previously, if the ride broke down once you were in line or something like that, you may have been given a ticket to come back or a fast pass or something like that for another day. They're not doing that anymore with the park pass system. So I'm going to try and get a boarding group here in just a few minutes, and then we can continue on with our day. Okay, so I did not get a boarding group when I went in right at 10 o'clock, and it said creating your friends and family list, because you can book it for other people as long as they're in the park with you, just like a fast pass you could have. It had friends and family, but not my own name. So I backed out and went back in, and that took like 30 seconds, and by then they were gone. So that's something that could happen, I guess, but it's fine. They're gonna open them back up at 1, and we'll just do it then. And now this is really exciting and thrilling, and you have to keep watching to see what happens. People are doing a very good job of spreading themselves out as they walk into this land, which is definitely a tight spot, but so far so good. Hi, Woody. I missed you, Woody.
Pull my string.
Ah!
We've got a whole bunch of new toys to play with.
Yes,
Welcome.
thanks, Woody. Alrighty, Rue. It looks like this is the end of the Slinky Dog queue right here, but it's only 50 minutes, 50. Normally, if it was back here, it'd be like multiple hours. I've seen it back here, not in a socially distanced line, so 50 minutes. It looks way longer than it is. Aw, hi, Slinky. Just make sure when you are in the queue before you get to where the markers actually are, that you are spreading yourself out. Toy Story Mania over here has a 30-minute wait, and that queue is going back this way where the character meet and greet used to be. I'm actually very impressed with how spread out this is. I thought this would be super, super tight walking in here. Hi. But thank you. It's actually not super bad because they've got the queues on either side. You've got Slinky Dog right here. You've got Toy Story Mania over here. So actually walking through the middle of Toy Story Land is really not too bad. Here's the end of Toy Story Mania, all the way back here at Woody's Lunchbox. And it's still, is it still 30 minutes if it's all the way back here? 40, okay, perfect. So there you go. There's Toy Story Land so far. And we'll be back, don't fret. Yeah, Alien Swirling Saucers on the app had a 5-minute wait. Hi, Buzz. I missed you so much. We're gonna be back to this area in a little bit. I have an Oga's Cantina reservation later. I wanna see what that's like now. And hopefully we'll be back for Rise. But let's also take a lap through right now and see how busy it is when the park has just opened. There's actually quite a bit of room. I've had it be much more crowded many other days. So far it seems like they seems like they definitely have spaced it out. The milk stand, if you want to do that, has mobile order. So I would recommend doing mobile order. But there's like no one here. So that's cool if you want some delicious blue milk first thing in the morning. They have markers by the stage here, so if you want to walk up. Yes.
What are you doing with that data pad?
Nothing.
You don't have to answer. And we don't have to ask. Enjoy your day. You know a Wookiee can pull your arms off. Making conversation.
I haven't seen the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy, bright suns. I didn't think it would be this that broke me at Hollywood Studios. Whew, I knew something would break me, but I thought it would be when I saw Buzz in a cavalcade. But I guess seeing the Millennium Falcon for the first time in 4 months is enough to break down my icy exterior. It is really not crowded over here at all. It's down to a 30-minute queue. I'm gonna go on it because I want to see how it's different. Let's go see Hondo. A couple different questions getting on this attraction. Am I gonna be alone in there? Probably. Is there a pre-show? Probably not. Let's find out. Sorry, I got distracted taking pictures. It's actually now 20 minutes which is very surprising. I thought this would be one of the longest lines initially, but hello, here we go. Stick with your flight crew. That's what they said. Flight crew of one.
Maybe get a promotion, work my way up the Onaka Transport Solutions ladder, and eventually become chief officer and commander.
So you can see right here we've got some plexiglass. As with everywhere, we've got the markers on the ground.
Is your name Hondo Onaka?
And I am just moving and grooving. Moving and grooving through this queue right now. Moving. I haven't stopped walking yet. And I'm almost to where you get sorted for the pre-show, which again, I don't think's happening. This is my favorite part of the queue. I love looking down on the Falcon like that. It's so cool.
Thank you for visiting us today. Just a few reminders. Please wear a face covering. Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover
Just
your
one.
mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distance.
So she directed me to the left-hand side, which normally, if you've been on this attraction, you know you'd stop through for a pre-show. And Hondo is still here. He's still doing things, but they're gesturing you forward. You're not supposed to stop and watch it. I assume if there was like no one in line behind you, you could maybe pull off to the side and watch it a little bit. But as of right now, he's just doing the kind of like hello, hello, welcome, like tinkering around thing. And this is the first time I've stopped in the queue so far.
Right around that next one's waiting for you.
Still moving, still grooving. All right, we're here. We're almost into the chess room. So there are weight markers throughout the area, and then once you get right here, they'll direct you either this way or this way. And it's one party per cockpit, right? So I'll be rolling solo. Oh no, this is gonna go poorly. You can still take your picture with the chess table. If you do, I recommend some hand sanitizer. I recommend some hand sanitizer anyway.
Welcome. Right this way, my friends. Come closer. Come closer. A brand new flight crew.
Hello.
That precious cargo.
I can pick whatever I want? Oh my goodness. Well, obviously pilot. How am I gonna... Wait, I like being this one.
Everything else will put on autopilot for you.
Okay, so I'm not required to do all the jobs.
Nope.
That would be
Although
really...
that'd be insane, but
I'm pretty bad at it anyway, so... All right, here we go. Thank you.
Right, pilot. Hit the boosters. Now let's move in that coaxium. Right, pilot. Make the jump to light speed. They've locked onto us. Take evasive action.
I talked to a guest relations cast member, and they said that the disability access service still works as well as rider swap, but everyone needs to have a boarding group. So if you use disability access service, or DAS as it's often called, or you need to do rider swap, everybody that wants to ride still needs to have a boarding group. And then you will go talk to guest relations and the cast members when you get here, and they will direct you to where you need to go. Here is the relaxation station here in Galaxy's Edge. So it's outside and in the sunlight, and there's not a ton of tables, but this is one of those spots where you can come, take your mask off, enjoy a snack, enjoy a drink, just relax. So there is one here. There's also one inside the Star Wars launch bay, which would be air conditioned. So that would be my spot of choice, unless you had a quick snack you wanted to finish up. Let's check out how the marketplace is working now as well. So you can only enter through right here. You can't enter into the marketplace from the Ronto Roasters side. You can't enter in through the side entrances like that one. They'll tell you you have to come get in line here like I am. And then they're letting in a few parties into the general area at a time. So hand sanny when you walk in, and they're asking that if there's already a family or a party into the individual shops, that you just wait outside of those shops. So like right now, there's no one in the creature stall, so I can go pick a space friend to take home. Maybe that. Maybe that. Maybe that. Who's to say what I'm gonna want? Probably not that. So you can kind of just be in this general area, and then like here's Todarian Toy Makers. They're having one party in, the other party's waiting right here. And then you can go in, get whatever you need. Jedi Outfitters, same thing. And then also the Blackspire Marketplace. So, the worst news of all. This is the worst thing that's happened all day. There's no Katsaka Outpost mix right now. Ugh. Fine. And then you just exit out this way. Once you've done spent all your credits. You cannot go out that way. That's just for Ronto Roasters, so you go down this way. And that is shopping right now. I see a small crowd of people, which can only mean one thing. Whoop! Hey, Ray. What's up, girl? And look below. Chewie! I'm gonna get a little closer. Keeping my distance, of course. Hi, Chewie! Chewie selfie! Thanks, Chewie! One thing great that just happened is I think Chewie and Ray realized people were kind of clustering, so Ray's here now, and Chewie's over here. So they've spread out so that the people looking at them spread out, which I think was great. Savi's workshop, not a thing right now. Savi is off hunting extra scrap metal. So Doc Ondar, the antique shop, the antiquity shop up above, is renting out the space so that some of the legacy lightsaber hilts can be in there. So like the lightsabers that are modeled after Rey and Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker and all those people, you can now go into Savi's. There's no registration in advance. You just talk to these citizens of Batu, and they'll get you in there. There's just a few parties allowed in there at that time. You're not supposed to really touch anything. The citizen will show you the different lightsaber hilts, and then you buy the hilt and the blade separately. The hilts vary. I looked at the Darth Vader one and the Rey one. Those are both 135. The Kyber crystal's in there, and then you can buy a blade. It's either 50 for the long one or 45 for the short one, and then you can buy a bag too, which is also 50 credits. So that's how much money those are. But it all happens right in here inside Savi's, but the lightsaber workshop, not a thing right now. Droid Depot is a thing right now though, and you need to still register for that in advance. Here is the group of people waiting outside Docking Bay. You're not able to go into the quick service restaurants unless you have clicked "I'm here, prepare my order," and it says your order is ready. So lots of space out here. That was not the case at Magic Kingdom at like Pecos. Everybody was kind of crowded together, but right here there's plenty of space. Everyone's spaced out, and I'll just wait for my order to be ready. Okay, that took about 10 or so minutes, and my order is ready. I got the notification, so now I'm gonna check in here. Hello! Little sanitizer situation. It's also like 8 minutes till 1 o'clock, which is Rise boarding group time, number 2, so like nothing like cutting it close. Am I right? All right, they're having us loop around here, which is normally where the queue is to come in and get food. But you have to, once again, mobile order unless you're paying with cash or have an allergy. You can do some allergy ordering on the app, but if you'd prefer, you can come in and pay inside. Yes, it said to go to number 1. So right when I sat down, it was 1 o'clock, and I tried to get another Rise of the Resistance boarding group, and the same thing happened where I wasn't able to select myself. I could have selected any of my friends and family, but I couldn't select me. And by the time I went out and back in, it said they were gone. So I'm gonna go talk to guest relations because I know they're outside the app. I screenshotted everything, both this morning and just now, because it's possible with screenshots they can see that you really were trying to do it and that something went wrong. So we'll see what happens, but that is now happened twice. So there's plenty of space outside as well. I went right at peak lunchtime, and I actually didn't think it was that crowded compared to some of the other restaurants I've been to. I did wait about 15 minutes for my food, which isn't long, but as with any place right now, I will recommend eating early or late if you want to avoid any kind of wait. And then exit out this way, excuse me. They were wiping down tables in between families. They did not have me bust my own table. And I thought that was a very good quick service dining experience. Here's your 1:15 or so crowd report in Galaxy's Edge. Really not very crowded, plenty of room to walk around. I think a lot of people come here in Toy Story Land right at the beginning of the day, and I'm going to go back to Toy Story Land in a little bit too. So my advice so far would be to go down Sunset first and go do Tower and Coaster, Rock and Roller Coaster first, and then come over here in the afternoon, because I think a lot of people are getting here really early. They're running to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, they're running to here, and they're running to Toy Story Land, and then maybe they finish up and they go home. But you could start down the Sunset, and then by the time you get to Galaxy's Edge, it'll look a little bit like this. So I went and talked to guest relations outside of Rise of the Resistance, and I showed them my screenshots from both 10 a.m. I had screenshots where my name wasn't in there. I had screenshots of it saying you can't get one anymore at both 10 and 1. They took a picture of my Magic Band, they tapped my Magic Band, and then they were super kind, and they added me to a group that on the app I can see it now, and they're doing estimated waits. So it says my group is estimated to be in 50 minutes, 50. So, hi! Which is super great. I'm not saying guest relations will guaranteed do anything for you. They said that because I had screenshots and could show at 10 o'clock my name wasn't selected, that's why they were able to help me out and put me in a group. So always take screenshots, and most importantly, always be nice to them. Be kind. It's not their fault it didn't work. They're sorry it's not working. But if you're nice to them and show screenshots, they might be able to assist you. But just about 45 minutes now, and I can go see Poe. It's Fancy Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Hi. Oh my gosh, look at Doc McStuffin's card. So cute. Hi, Doc. Oh, Vampirina's car is really cool too. If you've got littles, you're gonna love this. Hi, Vampirina! There are 3 cavalcades here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. There is a Disney Junior one, which I just saw. There's a Mickey and Friends one, which I saw a little bit earlier. And then there's a Pixar one, which I am like dying to see because obviously I want to see Buzz Lightyear. So I'm kind of lingering here. They don't actually publish any times for these cavalcades. They kind of step off at random times every 20, 30 minutes or so. But if there's a bunch of crowds already or anything, they're not going to step off. But they go down from the beginning of the park, and then they go down towards the Chinese Theater, and then they take a left and go over towards Star Tours. So that's where you'll see the cavalcades, and I'm just kind of hoping a Buzz one comes next. All right, so I have 2 things that are going to be happening simultaneously because that's just how life works, isn't it? My Oga's Cantina reservation is right now in about just like 5 minutes, and then in the app it's also telling me that my boarding group for Rise of the Resistance is going to be called in approximately 15 minutes. So we can all put it together that those 2 things are going to be happening at the same time. So I wanted to tell you, hello, that once your boarding group gets called for Rise of the Resistance, you have 1 hour to return. 1 hour. Previously it was 2, but it's now 1. But if you're at a dining reservation, if you are at an Oga's reservation, if you're at a Droid Depot reservation, and that hour happens, this is why you screenshot everything. Make sure you show the screenshot of your dining reservation, show the screenshot of the time you got called, and you can talk to the cast members at the front. Be nice, and they should be able to accommodate you. main differences in here, they're not having anybody go to the bar. Oh, this is my favorite song! They're not having anybody go to the bar. It's one party per table. They're not using all the tables, so it kind of loses its like club fun bar ambiance. But like I said, I'm not mad about getting my own table right now. So definitely different vibe, but I wouldn't say bad. 45-minute limit, 2 drinks per person. That counts alcoholic or non-alcoholic, but like not water. They kind of lost that. They also have the QR codes here as opposed to the menus they used to have. So you just hold your camera over it, like just open your camera app, don't start it or anything, over the QR code, and you can pull it up on your phone. I kind of take back what I said before. As much as I love having elbow room, it does feel like it's missing a little something. Like they didn't chant during that one song, and it does seem a little weird to have less people, but you know, it's still fun to be in here. I still love this place, and cheers to that. Finished up at Oga's Cantina, and now I'm headed to ride Rise of the Resistance. I do think Oga's felt a little bit different. It wasn't quite as fun or rambunctious in there with less people, and the servers weren't like as into it. So I think they were kind of trying to flip tables a little bit quicker since it's a limited capacity. So it's still fun if you've never been in there. Hi! I definitely recommend. Thank you. Yeah, if you've never been in there, I definitely recommend going, especially if you're a Star Wars person. And obviously, if you have more people with you than just yourself, it's going to be more fun. But it definitely felt different in there. But enough about that. It's time for Rise of the Resistance, baby. Gotten closer to other people now, but it's still moving. Like you kind of pause every now and again on the lines, but then you keep going. I will say again, if you've got a bigger party, like take up 2 lines. That's fine. You can still ride the ride together. You can still tell them when there's how many in the party. You can tell them however many you are. But if you're more than like 4, I would say just kind of spread out yourselves over 2 lines, so that way the people behind you are still spread out as well. More plastic here. There's one party ahead of me, but they're a bigger party and they're taking up 2 lines like I was talking about, so that's perfect. But it took maybe not even 10 minutes to get to here, which is when you're about to board into the first pre-show. Number 5, number 5, number 5. I gotta remember 5. They're asking you to stay on the same number. So here I go, where's number 5?
BB-8. Prep the ready room for recruits. Commander 9-9, please report back to ITS cockpit.
Secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. 9-9 and I shall personally see them delivered. Escort us to the rendezvous point on Dakara.
Oh, yeah.
I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits.
You're fine looking.
No time to waste. Let's get you on your way to the general.
Remember my number. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Okay, I'm on number 5. That was a little bit shorter than it used to be, for sure.
Same number?
Is in motion. Recruit crossing to transport.
Oh, load with a purpose. We gotta go. Hand Sandy. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5.
The binary motivator. Yes, I just want to be sure. All recruits must be on board now. Transport is away in 30 seconds. I have a bad feeling about this. Stand back from those doors.
Disembark and submit yourselves for interrogation on your right, starting with number 3. Followed by 6, 4, and 5. Followed by 2 and 1.
got a bad feeling about this. Oh, plexiglass. And my own line right now.
Wait here and wait here.
She's not very nice.
This unit's blue.
Blue.
You were on silver.
Whatever information you want to have about the resistance, secret base people, give us.
There's no one in red because I'm going to have my own droid vehicle.
Tell me, what is this device?
I'm talking to some people. Not
Communicating with the resistance?
not the resistance. I'm a big I'm first order for sure.
Yet you were captured on a resistance ship.
I was spying for you guys. You don't know me. I'm very important in the first order.
Unlikely. So, what about
Okay. He told me to go to the back. So I'm going to the back. There's no markers in here, but there's only 2 parties coming in here. So he told me to come all the way to the back. And then he's telling them to go right there. So we're not too close to each other.
You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
You're needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
They went to the wrong side, so I went to the wrong side, but that's fine.
Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. End of the hallway. Turn right. Wait! Let's go to the prisoner! Wait! Why are you going up? I said down! Up is bad! Up is real bad!
Oh no. Oh no.
There's no escape. You will tell me the location of the secret base.
You guys really like cutting it close, don't you? Okay, you're clear.
It's something else, guys. It is something else. It's so good, and I didn't think anything that happened made it better or worse. Actually, I think some of it made it better. It was so cool being in my own transport car. You know, you had a little more room in interrogation and things, just follow your numbers, but that one is a good one. Rise of the Resistance. Oh, it's literally so good. But now that I'm less emotional, I can tell you that the main things are that they give you a marker starting at the first pre-show, and then they tell you to remember that number. So it's numbers 1 to 6, and they'll be like, all right, remember your number. So then in the room with Ray, I was on number 5, and then when I went into the transport, they're like, go to number 5. And then when the First Order General came on the ship, he dismissed you one by one, and then there are markers in front of all the stormtroopers they aren't numbered, but you're supposed to get on a marker, and he says you can record your capture if you wish, so you can take, that means you can take pictures and video and stuff in there, but just stay on a marker, and then you'll go through. There's markers through the rest of the queue. There's only one party per transport, so it can seat 8, but like I was the only person in mine, and there were only 2 parties in the interrogation room, so it was me and a party of 4. They stood at the front of the room, I stood at the back of the room. And yeah, I think that's about it. So they did a great job. I was very concerned about that one because there's a lot of tight, close pre-shows, and I was like, are they gonna cut some of the pre-shows? It wouldn't be as fun then, but they were all there. They were all great, and man, what an attraction. Also, I just looked at the wait times. Mickey and Minnie still has 70. Tower Terror has 40. Everything else, including Slinky Dog, Millennium Falcon, Rock and Roller Coaster, Toy Story Mania, 20 or less. That's right, Slinky Dog Dash, 20 minutes away right now. This park is so weird right now because some spots, like Toy Story Land this morning, or like a couple areas in Galaxy's Edge, had the potential to be super, super congested. But right here, it's like lots and lots of free space. So I would suggest maybe we're gonna keep testing my theories out today together, but it seems like Toy Story Land may be somewhere you want to go a little bit later in the day. Let's go check on Mickey and Minnie's and see what that's like right now. I mean, much, much, much less crowded. Maybe this is another park where you don't want to get here right as they open. I know everyone wants to try and get a boarding group, but if I can get one at the 1 o'clock group, maybe this would be a great park to do like a morning, like a leisurely breakfast somewhere, swim for a little bit, and then come in the early afternoon, get that 1 o'clock boarding group, and then spend the rest of the evening here because they are open till 8, which is later than other parks. Popped back into the Trolley Car Cafe to get a glass of water. It's not busy at all, as you can see right now, so I didn't feel bad about just asking for water. And they were happy to get me a cup, so now I'm waiting on my dot again to get a water cup. Obviously, if there's a really long line, I don't know if I'd wait here for water as opposed to just grabbing a bottle somewhere or going to a popcorn cart or something like that. But when there's not a line, I figured I'd get some water. Or if I'm going to wait in the line normally, I'm going to get coffee and water. But they'll still give you water is the long point of that rambling. Guys, Toy Story music has started. Toy Story music has started. Oh my goodness, I've been waiting all day for this. I have had to see Fancy Nancy twice. Sorry, Fancy Nancy. No offense, but offense. Hi, Mr. Incredible. Looking good, buddy. You been working out? Just a little bit. Hi, Edna. You look fabulous, girl. Hi, Sully. Jesse! Hi, Woody! Look at my mask! Ah! Hi, Buzz! I miss you so much! Y'all, I staked out Hollywood Boulevard to watch that cavalcade, and like a bunch of cast members kept seeing me and seeing my Buzz and Woody shirt and my Buzz and Woody mask, and they were like, I bet I know why you're here, but there's no times for when those are coming out. And then I guess they were gonna step off soon backstage because a couple cast members came up to me and they were like, get excited. And then I was really excited, and then Buzz didn't see me at first and I was really sad, but then I sped walked quickly and safely and carefully over because of how the route goes, and I saw it again, and Buzz saw me. He waved to me, blew me a kiss, and he said he loves me, and wow. What a treat. Best cavalcade ever. Okay, let's go down Sunset Boulevard now. How pretty this street is. Love it. My big questions are, again, what the pre-shows are going to be like. If you're going to have a pre-show at Tower or Coaster, and how the seating is going to go at Tower. I'm predicting at Rock and Roller Coaster there's like do every other seat or something, but we're going to find out. It's 10-minute wait, I can do that. Hello. Just gonna walk this way, LOL. A little pro tip, bring lotion with you right now because it is so much hand washing and so much hand sanitizer that my hands are drying out, so I've got a little bebe lotion in my bag. Road 9, all right. Okay, so they're loading one party per like little section, so I'll be in this row 9 and no one will be in row 10. So skipping rows in between parties. The big things on Rock and Roller Coaster were that plexiglass in between as always, and then they were skipping every other seat. So pretty standards, and then no pre-show. There's no Steven Tyler. You just walk through that soundstage area or that recording studio area as part of the queue. Now I am headed to Tower of Terror, which reportedly has a 45-minute wait. I don't know if that's true. We will find out together. And I want to know how they're seating it and what's happening with the pre-show. There's a nice big warning out here. That's not normally there. How exciting. Hello. Enjoy my stay. Mwahahaha. Ran into some plexiglass here. Walked a decent amount of the queue, but getting stopped like right before I go into the lobby. Oh, no pre-show. How sad. Just walking through the library as part of the queue. Not shocked, but also does definitely change the vibe a little bit. Oof, this one is hard to see the markers. Take your time. All right, well, clearly this did not take 45 minutes since I'm already here. I've only paused briefly a few times, so it'll probably be like 10 by the time I get on. Based on how they're loading, it could take forever right now, but I really doubt it. I was sent to row 2. Normally they would put other people in my row with me if there was like a party of 2 or 3 behind me or even another single, but I don't think they are.
That door is open.
Okay, so the big things on Tower of Terror, no pre-show. They're loading one party per section and every other row. So I was in the front row, there was no one in the middle row, and there were people in the back row. Also, my elevator, because it didn't have enough like weight, I could feel that it was like struggling to get out. Like it started creaking and stuff, and I thought, this is what takes me down. Down, get it, elevator. Wow, hilarious. Anyway, so that's Tower of Terror. It said 45 minutes. It was a walk-on. By the time I got out, it now says 15. In fact, everything in the park says 15 or less, except for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So, we We gotta do it, right? We're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna see if it really has an 80-minute wait time. It's currently 6:15 p.m. Park closes at 8. Let's see. Let's go see, shall we? Okay, it still says 80 minutes. The queue goes out here a little bit, but I think I need a snack. I really think I need a snack to handle this queue. So I'm gonna go to this popcorn cart quick and get some popcorn or a pretzel or something and bring that in the queue with me. Hi! And then I will get in line and we can start clocking this bad boy. I see the end of the line guy over here. I see the theater. I see that 80-minute posted wait time. And I see my pretzel. Let's do this. It still says an hour and 20 minutes. The clock starts now. Where do I go? I'm so confused. This way. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, how many?
Just me, one.
Just you. Stop number 4.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right through the door. See you later. 3.
That's me, right? Yes, that's me. I got too excited.
Permanezcan sentados y vigilen a sus niños. Gracias.
Have legs inside your car at all times. Always remain seated and be sure to keep a watchful eye on your little ones. It's me, employee of the month, Engineer Goofy. Welcome to Run Amok Railroad. For your safe haven, Run Amok Railroad riders, Engineer Goofy here. For your safety aboard the train, please keep your hands, arms, feet. Hey, Mickey, ma'am.
Sure to take good care of our friend.
Hooray, hooray, hooray! Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
We have to stop them before they go over the... Welcome, dancers, welcome. Come, come, come. Oh, look at all those bright
Okay, so long.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway actually had like a 20-minute wait from the time I got online, not a 50 or not an 80-minute wait. It said 80 when I got in line on the app, and then when I got up to it, it said 50, but it was really 20. The big changes were there's no pre-show anymore, which is kind of a bummer because that pre-show is really, really cool. Now you actually go into the pre-show room, they direct you to a number on the ground, you wait until your number's called, and then you go in so that they are spacing out how many people enter the actual queue at a time, so you're not all trying to go in through a narrow bottleneck altogether. And then one party per each section of the train, so I had my own train car. It was great. Really, really cute attraction. I don't think I would wait like an hour for it at this point because nothing else in the park has more than a 20-minute wait as I'm leaving. So come late at night, I think, because yeah, again, 20-minute wait for that, and that was great. So wow, what a day. What a day. Overall, Hollywood Studios feels like it definitely has the park that has the most possibility for congestion. I didn't see it very bad, but it is one that's got a lot of bottlenecks, and it's one that's got a lot of really important and big popular rides. So my suggestion would be maybe to come a little bit later, because later in the day there was really not a lot of people. Almost everything was a walk-on. So if you can come a little bit later, grab a later boarding group for Rise of the Resistance, that would kind of be my suggestion at this point. Otherwise, Hollywood Studios, you know, it is a little sad to me that there aren't any of the shows. I do enjoy Beauty and the Beast live on stage. I love Fantasmic, so it feels a little sad to leave before Fantasmic. And but I did really like the cavalcades. I thought those were great. But yeah, I think a little something's missing without live entertainment at Hollywood Studios, because, you know, that's kind of what it's all about. But overall, still great. Still a lot of big attractions. I'm sure this is going to be a must visit for a lot of people. But just be patient, and I do think you can get it all done. That is a wrap on my Disney's Hollywood Studios reopening video, which means we have shown videos at all 4 Walt Disney World theme parks as they've reopened. Hopefully we answered some of your questions. We've got more videos coming for you. We've got Ride Everything challenges. Stay tuned for those. Leave other questions that you have for us in the comments. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram at AllEars.net. And until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it's been magical. If you want to watch more of my videos about Walt Disney World's reopening, click over here and make sure to ring that notification bell so you'll know anytime a new video is posted. Thanks for watching!